Welcome to our next level 3 trigonometry video. Right, we're going to put the values of A, B, C and D all together and show you some examples of how this all works. Right, here's example 1. Y is equal to 2 times the sine of 3 bracket x minus pi over 6 all subtract 1. Right, here's what the graph looks like. Right, we're going to work out A, B, C and D. So let's start with, you can see the graph has moved down 1 square vertically. So the vertical shift D is equal to -1. Right, this graph has an amplitude of 2 squares, so A is equal to 2. Right, we're going to treat it like a sine graph, and we're going to work out the period of one cycle. So to do that, we need to work out each square represents pi over 6. We're counting up in pi over 6. So to work out the period, we're going to take the 5 pi over 6 and subtract pi over 6. That gives us a period of 4 pi over 6, which simplifies down to 2 pi over 3. So the period of this function is 2 pi over 3. Now we're going to use our little formula. I hope you're starting to get familiar with this. The period is equal to 2 pi divided by the number b. We're going to flip the b in the period over, so b is equal to 2 pi divided by the period. We've just calculated the period of this graph is 2 pi over 3, so 2 pi divided by 2 pi over 3 gives us 3, which is how we get the value of b. b is equal to the number 3. Right, finally, we know that this graph has moved to the right by 1 square, but 1 square represents pi over 6, so c is equal to -pi over 6. Notice it's a negative when we move it to the right. The value of c is negative if we move the graph to the right, and it's positive if we move it to the left. Right, so that's the equation of this graph. Right, here's example 2. Y is equal to -4 times the sine of bracket 3x plus 3 pi over 2 plus 7. Now notice b is inside the brackets. So we're going to have to be clever and factorize out the 3. So let's factorize out the 3, and we can check to make sure we've done it correctly. 3 times x is 3x, and 3 times pi over 2 gives us 3 pi over 2. So it is the correct factorization. Now we can work out that a is 4. Please don't write down -4. There's no such thing as a negative amplitude. The negative just flips the graph upside down and makes it a reflection. So the amplitude is 4. The value of b is 3. Now here's where some students will get a bit stuck. C is pi over 2, not 3 pi over 2, because I've had to factorize out the b to work out what c is, and d is 7. Right, here's our last example. Here's our trigonometric graph, and we have no equation. We're going to work it out. So let's go. The whole graph has gone up 2 squares, so d is 2. Right, the amplitude is just 1 square, so a is 1. Okay, now we're going to treat this as a cosine graph. Cosine starts at its maximum, and we're also going to say the cosine graph has moved -pi radians to the left. So because we're moving it to the left, c is positive. Remember, it's the opposite. So we're moving it pi radians to the left, so c is positive pi. Now we're going to work out the period once again. So let's work out the period. The distance here is 3 pi, subtract the -pi, gives us a period of 4 pi. So the period of this graph is 4 pi. Now let's use this formula once more. The period is equal to 2 pi divided by the number b, but let's swap b in the period over. So b is equal to 2 pi divided by the period, which is 2 pi divided by the period of 4 pi. The pi's cancel out, 2 over 4 simplify down to just a half. So we've worked out that b is equal to the number 1/2, or 0.5. So we can put it all together now. We've worked out a, b, c, and d to get y is equal to 1. We don't need the 1 there, by the way. Sine b up the front, half, bracket, x plus pi, close bracket, plus 2. Cool, thanks for watching.